Alright, man, it's your bro Humble 2 times for me. Back in the video, man, for me. Follow the Instagram at Humble 2 times. Now look, just for today's time, we're talking about the benefits of not talking. Now look, for today's video, I want to give you a shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving you a shout out to myself as well. Also, I'm giving you a shout out to the Most High for giving me these amazing downloads, dropping this amazing information on me from no cap. I'm also giving you a shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock me, show me love and support, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much. More love always deeply. I'm also sending good positive energy, good positive protection, good positive feeling, and good positive energy towards everyone always deeply. Let's go ahead and give it. Also, if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAli2times. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAli2times. Now let's go ahead and get more deep into the video. Now look, right, the benefits of not speaking. It's a lot of benefits of not speaking, right? A lot of people think it's something wrong with you, or you're weird because you don't want to speak. That's not the case at all, bro. People are just projecting negative vibrational beings, right? The thing is, when you do less speaking, or if you go on a no talking fast, a no talking fast is basically where you just go a certain amount of time, in other words, a certain amount of energy, where you just don't talk, right? And when you're doing this, you're saving a lot of energy, right? This is a very good way to cleanse, right? It's a very good way to be more, I feel like it's a way to be more in tune with your higher self, right? You know what I'm saying? And when you're not talking, or you're not doing as much verbal talking, what I mean by talking, I mean verbally talking. You know what I'm saying? But when you're not doing like talking, when you're not talking, or when you're not doing a lot of talking, you save a lot of energy, and you're not wasting a lot of energy too by doing that. And then two, it's like, when you think about it, bro, I feel like you can become more into real, I feel like you can become more tapped into your own reality, I feel like you can become more tapped into life, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like because sometimes when we're verbally talking, we're complaining, we're arguing, we're being negative, but bro, when you just be quiet and you let things be, and you watch the things play out, you watch the energies and you watch it just play out, right? And instead of just like nagging or complaining, instead you really just let it play out, right? Then this is like where you're like, oh, okay, like I could have got upset at this, I could have yelled, could have screamed, or whatever the case, right? Or I could have complained, or whatever the case is, right? But instead you remain silent, you stay silent, right? So sometimes it's better not to talk. That's another way of cleansing your energy, by not talking. It's a very good way to cleanse your energy, actually. Another thing too, right? The loudest one in the room is never the strongest one in the room. All right. Usually the strongest one in the room is the person, it's the woman, it's the man who's not really doing much of talking. It's the one who's doing more so observing, more so listening, more so calculating, more so reflecting, more so scanning the energy in the environment, right? Usually a lot of times those are the leaders. They speak up when it is necessary. They speak up when it's needed. They speak up when they're supposed to speak up, not when they just want to speak up. It's a difference. It's a very big difference. So, it just, you don't have to always talk, right? There's nothing wrong with going 2 years and not saying a single word if that's not what you want, if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let other people's perception and projections and energy make you think it's something wrong or something weird with what you're doing. There's nothing wrong and weird with what you're doing. You're being yourself. As long as you're being yourself and this is truly what you want to do, it's not weird. Nothing's wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is too, right? When it comes to not talking, right? The people around you, they may start to get irritated because you're not really talking, right? And the thing is, bro, the reason why they're getting irritated, the reason why they might be getting irritated is because, one, they're vibrating low, so they don't understand and understand where you're coming from with this. Two, they're projecting, right? They're like, who does she think she is? Who does he think he is? Like, just not talking. You know what I mean? And let me ask you a question, right? Like monks, what do they do a lot of? They do a lot of being quiet. They do a lot of silence. They do a lot of patience. A lot of patience goes into meditation. This is why a lot of people do not meditate, because they are lacking. Oh, I won't say they're lacking, but they're not tapped in enough with their patience, right? Because to meditate, it takes patience, it takes energy, right? And the reason why a lot of people stop meditating is because they're not tapping in enough of themselves. They're not tapping in enough with patience, right? And in other words, they're not tapping in with the present enough to where they can just sit down for 12 minutes and just meditate, right? If you notice, have you ever seen a monk just like really just talk his head off or talk her head off? No, you haven't, right? Because they talk, obviously, yes, but they spend a lot of time reflecting. They spend a lot of time reflecting. They spend a lot of time in solitude. They spend a lot of time in the caves. A lot of them do, and just really just in a dark area, in a dark space. Because one of the best ways, this is a pro tip, by the way. One of the best ways to meditate is actually in the darkness. This is one of the best ways to envision and imagine things, and this is one of the best ways to manifest things as well, because you're in pitch black darkness. So it makes it a lot more smoother and a lot more easier to imagine and manifest what you want. Because when you're around these lights are actually hurting us and affecting us in negative ways. When you look at a phone, when you look at any type of screen, when you're around any type of light, these aren't natural lights and these aren't natural screens. So because of that, they're hurting us in negative ways. This is why a lot of people will grow up and not have eye problems. Then when they're in their 40s or 50s, now they got eye problems. It's coming from the screens. It's coming from the lights, the light bulbs, because they're not natural light. Your natural light would be the sun. The sun outside, that is a natural light. This light that is in my room, this is not a natural light. So because it's not a natural light, it's not natural. So it's not truly good for us to be using truly. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, and you can, meditate with lights on and stuff like that. That's cool too. But it's very, it's a lot of really good benefits from meditating in the dark, like this pitch black dark. And you don't have to necessarily go to a cave to get that pitch black dark vibe. You can just meditate at night, or, you can just meditate in a room where there's like really no windows, or the windows are like have curtains over them or whatever, right? Just something where it's like pitch black dark it definitely does have a lot of benefits to it when it comes to meditation, right? And life itself is a meditation, right? Like you could be driving, no music playing, not on your phone, nothing. You're just driving. That's literally meditation. That is meditation. That is a form of meditation. So yeah, bro, if you don't feel like talking, right? If you don't feel like verbally talking, if you don't feel like calling anybody, if you don't feel like getting on the phone or, leaving a voice message or anything like that, that's perfectly fine, right? I don't want you to think that like, oh, it's been a while, so let me go talk to people, or let me go call some people back, or let me go send people some voicemails, or or voice messages. Like, no, if that's not what you want to do, then why do it? I'm gonna say that again. If that's not what you want to do, then why do it? Like, why do something just because you feel like you have to do it, or you feel like you should do it, but deep inside it's not what you truly want to do? You know what I'm saying? So, just I recommend all of us, including myself, just to be mindful of what we're saying, because words are spells, words are energy, words are power. You know what I'm saying? You can create your life through a word, through words, word/words. So, it's just very important. It's very imperative to just be mindful of what you're saying and how you're saying things, because it can become reality, etc. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAlu 2 times. I'm saying it one more time. If you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAlu 2 times. And I'll catch y'all for on the next one, man. Peace.